Hello everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Hello, good morning. So after a not so pretty dinner last night, we came this morning looking for our breakfast because the food over here is really good. We got panuchos, and they're a typical dish from the from Yucatan, and they're made out of tortillas topped with beans. You can top it up with so many things. In this case, we choose cochinita pibil, which is Diane's favorite thing. And they put cabbage, onions, avocado, and they're awesome.
We are at kilometer marker like 4.5. If that's really wrong, you will see the correct number right now. This is the big flagpole for the ginormous Mexican flag that is usually up. I'm not quite sure why it isn't there. It is about the size, it looks like it's the size of a football field. I'm not exactly sure. I am going to look it up and insert the numbers right now. But it's always, I love it when the flag's out flying, and I don't know, maybe it'll be up near the end of our trip because I'm sure they're gonna put it up for Independence Day. So I am standing in front of the place Chuy and I met. Sadly, it was torn down. This was the parking lot, and you would walk to the end of the fence, and there was the entrance, and all of this here was the restaurant. A lot of this here was the kitchen. There was eating over here, and then it went all the way to the lagoon, and the bar area was down there by the lagoon. So this makes me sad that it's all gone. So many memories here. After I met him and kind of got a crush on him, I was still coming to Mexico by myself, and I would bring a book and I would sit at the bar so I could occasionally talk to him. And I got to know most of the workers, and yeah, memories, but it's sad. After we met, about 3 or 4 years later, this area started to die down. Just up there a little ways was Playa Tortuga. And it was a tiny little shopping area. Sorry about all the traffic. And the Fat Tuesdays was there. And that, back in the 90s, is where they filmed all the MTV spring break shows. So this area was really hopping and alive, lots going on. But then it slowly started to decline. They closed Carlos and Charlie's here, and they moved it downtown to the party center. This Chuy just was reminding me that the servers, even though they would work at night, they come in at 4 or 5.
Earlier.
Well, no, like when did your shift start?
Oh, at 4.
4. But they would make them come during the day and maybe walk the beach and hand out like, hey, here's a card, come on, you know, come to Carlos and Charlie's. And they also had these, they were yellow, right?
Yellow, yeah.
Yellow footprints, like follow the footprints, come this way. And you can see, like right here, Chuy said that he had to paint that sometimes, the little ramp. Oh, memories, baby.
Yeah, it works.
Can you see the little feet?
Yeah. I can't turn it on.
Yeah, that's okay. I have to go a little further. There used to be the shrimp bucket right there, which was part of the same company. Grupo Anderson owned Carlos and Charlie's, Senior Frogs, Guadalajara Grill, Shrimp Bucket. Was that it? Or was it just the four?
Yeah.
And they are sprinkled all across Mexico in the bigger cities. But most, you know, there was, at one point, all four of them were here.
I know.
This is where I was talking about a few minutes ago, Playa Tortuga, where Fat Tuesdays used to be, and the MTV Spring Break. Oh my gosh, there would be so many people here.
Yeah.
It was just nuts. But everything has moved its way down towards the party center rather than being spread out. Lots of changes. This is where I was staying when I met Chuy. At the time, it was called VCI, Vacation Club International, part of the Royal Resorts. And they have since, the 25-year time has lapsed and it became another name. But yeah, this is where I was staying when I met my man. We are entering an area, Marina Puerto Cancun. This did not exist when I first started. Whoop, tope. That means speed bump, tope. This did not exist when I first started coming. And they built this. There's going to be more bumps coming up, just letting you know. Oh, tope, tope.
This is the main entrance.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Wow, it's, look, there's a shopping area.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The last time we the last time we drove through here, it was just they started building the
It's an H&M.
The resident H&M, Steve Madden.
Steve Madden.
Wow. Look at this.
It's a movie theater right there.
We looked into buying an apartment here. Nah. You know, we weren't sure if it was going to really take off. There was a lot of controversy about this.
And they're still building stuff.
Allure. There's a lot of apartments.
Stop.
Got to build with concrete here. Got to be strong for the hurricanes. Everything along the ocean is built to withstand a Category 5. See, here's a close-up of the mall.
It's a Starbucks right there.
Oh, yeah. Marina Puerto Cancun.
Marina Puerto Cancun, yeah.
He says it better than I do. Much better than I do. Who doesn't love an accent?
Is it Spain?
An IMAX. H&M. Wow. Look, there's a West Elm. Oh, I like that store, actually.
Best Buy.
Best Buy. Yeah. It's Americanized. A la derecha, papi.
It's not that pretty.
We are going to the house Chuy grew up in to pick up his sister.
Yeah.
This was one of the first neighborhoods, correct? You told me?
Yes, uh-huh. It was built in Cancun. For the
Donceles 28.
Uh-huh. It's an all
Neighborhood.
neighborhood. This house is green as hell.
That's some paint job.
I know.
Well, they did a good job.
Yeah. Before they put concrete floor on the street,
This is just dirt.
it was regular and it was like huge holes everywhere.
Yeah.
Look at this house right here.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. No, I was gonna tell you that.
Well, do you want to call her? Let's call her first. Look.
You see the greenhouse?
Right down the it's next to the greenhouse.
Uh-huh.
We are entering the town of Puerto Juarez. This is where you can catch ferries to Isla Mujeres.
Yep.
And at the top of this tower is a restaurant. Chuy and I ate up there one time. This town existed when before Cancun ever was a thought.
Uh-huh.
This was the town that was here. And actually sometimes you'll still see it referred to as Puerto Juarez.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, what can we do? Let's find a place that tourists can come and enjoy Mexico. They plotted all the information into a computer and it spit out Puerto Juarez as where they should build. And they built Cancun in 1975.
Something like that, yeah.
Here's the ferry terminal. And then further up, there's another terminal where you can take your car. And that is at Punta Sam. And there, out there in the distance, is Isla Mujeres. This used to be a field. I remember God and I, our first trip, we took the like R13 or some weird bus that came out to the ferry.
Yeah.
And we missed the ferry. And so this was just like fields. And we got off and we had to walk back.
That's so sad.
Punta Sam. Remember when it, like, everything stopped here and it was just a dirt road?
That's the ferry right here, Diane.
Yeah, it's Punta Sam. Here is the ferry to take your car. We did it once. It is so slow. Where are you going?
I should go inside and check it out.
Yeah, the regular people ferry takes what, like maybe 25 minutes? This was over an hour. It goes, there it is.
Right
See
there.
it out there? Oh, no, it went behind a tree.
So that's the ferry that takes you to Isla Mujeres.
With your car.
With your car in.
Well, here's the Grand Palladium. Wow. This, I know I keep saying it, it used to be nothing. Absolutely nothing up here. Except a dirt road. Not even pavement.
Nope.
Look at all the cars. Oh my gosh. I guess if it's an all-inclusive, you don't need to leave, but I don't know. If I go to another country and another place, I want to explore a little bit of the town and the area, and this is a long way from downtown Cancun. A long way. Oh, look at this!
Rafa Nadal Tennis Center.
This is Avenue Tulum. It's the main road that goes north and south through town. The only time I've ever come out here is when we go to Mercado 21, right?
23.
No, oh, 23.
23. Sí. Y los ciegos. Para los ciegos.
Look at the street sign.
Yeah.
That's it? That's all you have to say?
That's my sister. She's the oldest. I'm the middle. My brother's there.
We're downtown. We just stopped at a shop to get my pants hemmed because the lady at home only works Monday through Friday 10 to 3. And I'm not going to take a day off from work to go hem my pants. And plus, the first time she did it, she didn't make them even. So for $4, I got each pair of pants hemmed instead of paying $12. So I win.